share my screen, I hope. Let's go there. And then would you do me the favor? One of the things is that I like when you have a question, don't save it for a rainy day. Ask immediately. If you raise your hand or just say Chris, that is just fine, and I will ask it. Answer, hopefully answer it. I'm really good at asking. All right. Now, I went to a meeting the other day before we go any further, and the lady kept saying, I don't know how to get into Family Search. I don't know how. I'm assuming you have all been on Family Search. You know how to get on to, okay, good.
Yes.
All right, I was gonna say, phew. All right, just making sure. One of the things that also comes up is either yourself or one of your patrons or someone you're helping.
Chris, we can't see you. Are we supposed to be seeing you?
How's that?
There you go. Yeah.
All right. One of the things that happens is people will come in when they're trying to join an organization or something and say, I need grandpa's birth certificate. Well, when was grandpa born? And that should always be your first comment. Or I need their marriage or their death. When did it happen? Well, grandpa was born in 1835. Well, I am the first one to tell you, as you know it today, there are no birth certificates, death certificates. Marriage is a little different. We'll get into that, but they don't exist. So you have to think of what other record may be available. Church records are really good, and we'll get into those. Of course, everyone goes to the census, but other than the 1900 census, that doesn't help you a lot. Just grandma shows up with grandpa. And so you have to be careful on that. So my goal today is to show you some other ways of finding certificates, and I'll show you where to find them. Most certificates after about 1900, some were 1895, most came after them. Or when they became a state, you know, Alaska, Oklahoma, those are all new challenges. So when you do that, keep that in mind when you are looking for a vital record. Now we're going to go play, and there we are. Okay. There are many ways of doing it. I'm going to show you the hard way, and then I'm going to show you the easy way. So what, sorry, one of the ways to do it is records. And I'm not going to show you a lot here because this is changing. We're right before Rootstack, and they always go in and mess it up. So historical records, this is where records from around the world have been photographed for you. And let's see, someone give me one of your, our sweet gallant Jenny, do you have a name in Tennessee?
Well, actually, I might have one. They might be a little more difficult because because it was like 1700. But
Okay.
I'm not from Tennessee, but somebody came through Tennessee, and it was Almond, or it was Ormond, but it was changed from Almond. His name was Andrew.
Okay. So first name was Andrew.
Uh-huh.
Now, you don't, I didn't mean to have it all capitalized, but you can. And what was the last name?
He changed his name from Almond, Auman, to Ormond, Ormon, I think.
Okay, hold on. ORMA.
Chris, do you want to share?
Let's try again.
Chris, do you want to share your screen?
Oh, I thought I already was. Hold that
Nope.
thought. Let me come back. Oh, you guys are picky. No. Sorry, thank you. I thought we were doing that. Here we are. Come on.
I'm gonna go get my book.
All right, Orman. We'll hold on just one sec.
It's probably
many of us-
M-A-N.
MAN.
That's what I would spell it.
Yeah. And it was Tennessee. And she said 1700, but we don't know. I'm really good at this. Sorry. Poor Jenny. I put her on the spot.
Mm. Mm.
I just picked the wrong one.
Okay.
But that's the only one I have in Tennessee. You know what? Actually, I think he's in, and they go back to Tennessee, but I think he may be in Indiana. Let me pull up my family
Well,
search.
we're okay. Indiana, do you know what year he was born?
I am going to find that out right now. That's my mother's side. Okay. 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 He was born in, actually, excuse me, 1762. And he died in 1839.
Okay.
Auman.
Okay. AUMAN. And where was he?
I thought he was the one that went through Tennessee. But this says that he was in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
I need
I
to-
was gonna say Indiana does not make sense.
Yeah.
All right. So all you do is then click more, search. Come on, you can do this. And what it's done, here is one born in New York, naturalized. He was born in, okay, Maryland naturalization, Dutchess, New York, naturalized. Find a grave. He died when?
1839.
Okay. So see, right off the bat, it's not showing. Let's not lose him. But the other thing is, these guys, here's one, 1830 census, and that may be when they changed it. Do you know
Yes.
his wife's name?
Mary Boyer Cagle. Cagle. His son is I've got him as Henry Orman, O-R-M-A-N, so it is M-A-N.
Okay. So one of the things that I will caution you is fine, they're not here. You know, and a lot of people who do research quit right here. Well, she just had a gold mine in what is there. Let me see about moving you. Thank you. All right. She had a son's name, and the son was what?
Henry,
Oh, so far I like these names. I can spell them.
yeah.
Oh, and did he change his last name?
I think
We'll
it
leave
was,
it there.
yeah, it is O-R-M-A-N is all I've got. And he was born about 1804 in North Carolina.
All right, and we'll go to North Carolina. Now, this is the harder way of doing this. I'm going to show you a really good way in a minute. And he was born about 1804.
04.
All right, now you can go ahead and add all this. When you are adding things, don't fill everything out. Give it a little bit and see what you come up with. Then go back and add the spouse. Then go back and add the mom and dad. I hit search. You're supposed to do your job now. Come on, you can do it.
You've got Henry Orman in Clay County there.
Oh, it did it. Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, 1805, Washington, Nancy, Andrew, George, Mary.
Yeah, I
Is
think,
that
yeah, that's, let's see.
in Indiana? So this is a good one. Again, the census, but view record. Sorry, I always go and look at the record. I'm sure our indexers know exactly what they were doing, but
Yeah. So how do you
But-
get to the record like on the phone? Do you have to do that on the computer?
no, you can do that on your phone.
Okay.
There. Yep. And I'm very blind. Oh, great. They took 2 pages. All right. So here is Henry. And North Carolina is where he was born and stuff. So that tells you can go back there. But did you notice up here? Here are 2 more Ormans
Yeah.
above that family. So
Oh, that's-
remember that.
Mhm. They're 9 and
And
6.
we
so
can
they're-
go, yeah, 9 and 6. So at the bottom, oh, this is, let me see. Hold, oh. Are you done? Thank you, computer. Oh, it's a little bit better, not terrific, but. Yeah, there's Sarah. And so here is, so see, and he was born in North Carolina.
Must have been a
So
brother.
a brother, you're right. 52, yeah. So I always go, well, look, here's more Ormans. And boy, that's a big family. Um,
There are a lot of Mormons in that county, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
I didn't
gonna
realize that.
say. Yeah, so you've got a gold mine here, and that's just doing the census. Remember, we're after a birth or death certificate, but now you've proven that they were from North Carolina. So that's the good thing. Now, all right, so we don't waste any more time. You can go to the catalog, and this is boring. And so in here, you would put North Carolina. This is important because you do need to know, after I show you the easy way of doing it, this is the next best. Come on. And any online or at the Family History Center. All right. These are all the microfilm books, microfiche that are available from North Carolina. Here are Bible records. Bible and church, Bible records started the American Revolution. So if I were looking to get Grandpa into there, I'd go into this. Let's see if it's available. They should have them all copied. They said they did. It's a film.
Now, one thing
And-
about this line, the reason it goes from Orman to Ammon, because that's a Jewish name that they changed from a Jewish name to a more secular name. And I haven't really seen proof that there's that they were Jewish, but I think they were.
All right, well, let's watch as we're going through.
Okay.
So now here is the film. So you can go on and go through, and it takes you a couple of clicks. You would go on, come on, you can do it. Yeah. Okay, Arkansas. Okay, so, and here's the names. It just takes you a minute to go from here back to here.
Okay.
Most of, and as soon as I tell you this, most of the films are digitized,
Right.
except for the one you want.
Right.
So remember that. They really do try. All right. So there will be some, and let's go back. Come on, no. All right, let's go back to Rick. Thank you. No. We're going to do it my way. I had the wrong button. Oh, you know what? This would be fun. I'm going to hold on. I just thinking of Jenny's family. Now, see, it comes up United States. I always click, as you know, Salt Lake wants it all done their way. All right. So here's all the census, but the other thing I will caution you is it says church history. Check it out. It may not, and as soon as I click, it's all going to be LDS records. 90, no, here's Quaker, here's Reformed. Look at that. North Carolina birth or deaths and burials from 1898 to 1994 under church records. And it's only available online. Check here. So this is, oh, look at this. And this is something I want to warn you. It says there's only 2 million records. Well, between you and I set 20 minutes and I can't do 2 million records in 20 minutes. So this is where you would go on and put the last name, and it's ARM
AU,
AU.
yeah, AUMAN.
Oh, all right. Follow directions. There we go.
There he is.
And I'm not going to hit. Look, here's Carlos.
Hmm.
1976. So these are 1900. Fred, burial, death. Here's his father and mother. So these are important. What I was looking for, in all honesty, out of this was, let me move you guys again. Go back here. Yeah. Was the Jewish records.
Yeah.
Because they were born in North Carolina. You don't know if they changed religions coming over in that time period. And you've got to remember, in that time period, you're okay still being Jewish religion. All right. So here's collection records, colonization. Those are fun. The other one here, your immigration records, that will have birth or death information. Here's 30,000 names. Most of them are alphabetized or easy to use. So this is sorry, it did what I told it to do and not what I wanted it to. Come on. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Come on. Genealogies, historical history. Here's your different history, chronological, personal narratives from the Civil War.
That's cool.
I know it's just Stoneman's Raid, a North experience in the Civil War. I look at that. You don't know, what's going on. Sources, laws, maps, land records. I love land records. They prove more. And that is another way that you can prove a death back in the early parts of the country, is with land records or with wills. And both of them, if all of a sudden great grandpa's not paying taxes on a piece of property, well, what happened to it that year? And you go back and it says, son got it type. Here's your military history. In North Carolina and stuff, I always look here. The war, oh, I love war record. I love doing this. So this is fun. Where I was going though was down here under vital records. And newspapers. I see you're going to have a class on that in a couple of months. That's a fun one. All right, abstracts of interest from the newspaper, Afro-American authors, bridges. See, so you have to go through, oh, here's a fun one, from the original records. Have you got an index? 48 pages. I'm sure it's just going to have all ours. Oh, it's a book. Okay. And it's from the Harrison family records. And it's public access. Down here, it'll either say, do you feel better? Thank you. Private, or if it says private, you're not going to look at it. If it says public, you can click right here and go to the book. Maybe. So here it is. And then you can go, play with it up, down, whatever you want to do on that. All right. Let's go up. No. Thank you. All right. Now we're gonna go have the fun. I love doing this. This is my ab. Go away. Let me close these because I am known to be a wiki addict. And this is not the wiki that you use, Wikipedia. This is, they have set this up for genealogy. That's all it is. And I love it. If it loads, it does much better. Thank you. All right. Oh, I get it. It's for all over the world. You can either type it in here or click down here, whatever you want to do. I don't mess. These are for different things. Here's affiliated family history centers, but I love wiki. But we're going to choose North Carolina because we've been playing with that. North, see, and it doesn't matter if you capitalize, the computer knows. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Are you gonna find it? No. Yes, I did. Thank you. All right. These are all, and what you want is the United States genealogy page. The other thing I do when I go to search for records, vital records, whatever on this page, set a timer. It'll be 4 o'clock in the morning and it's time for you to get up and go to work. So I'm going to move you guys again. Come on. All right. Go over here. All right. North Carolina, it became, it's located, it tells you, it knows a lot of people. And I like this when I'm doing areas overseas, especially. It was formed from the crown. We're going to come back to all this. One of the things, here is the map. So if I clicked on Wake County, here's how to do research in Wake County. It had birth records 1930, marriage, because it has that. Death records after 1913. So that'll tell me this land record. So this, it tells me how to do it. Burn counties. Oh, that's a scary one. When records are gone. This is a good book, especially for Tennessee. Arlene is a fantastic writer. Boundary changes. You can click on that. Wake County was created from Cumberland in 1771. So if I'm looking for a record for 1765, I need to go to one of these. And here's all this now. So, and each county, each state has this map. All right. Here are the counties. So if you don't know how to spell them, or you're not sure you're in the right state. The other thing, I love this. It tells me if they've gone away, if they've become extinct or renamed, all down here. Cherokee Reservation, we'll click. Counties gone to Tennessee or Virginia. Again, think of that. The other thing, and this is something I was thinking of for you, Jeannie. Jenny, right? I'm sorry.
That's right.
is how did they go? Why did they go that way? You know, in that time period, why were they traveling? What records do I need to look at? Well, here on every page, it will tell you the migration route. So if you find them not married in North Carolina, but they hit Indiana and they're married, they got married along the way somewhere. So I could go back and say, right now, I tell you, most of them went the King's Highway, but that's just because, you know, but I would check that out. And then Facebook learning historical records, and we'll go on. Here are additional Salt Lake or the family history centers want you to succeed. And so they've given you all this. Now, over here on the right-hand side is begin guided research. It'll step you through Record Finder. If you have never used this before, let me show you, because this will help you again in finding. All right, if I am looking for a birth date or place, this is where to go look. Alternative is here. If you have never used this, maiden names, it walks you through immigration, what county. Oh, as I said, set an alarm because morning comes really fast. Boundary changes, North Carolina Archives and Libraries, if you're stuck or need that certificate. North Carolina GenWeb, I don't know. I haven't been on that for a couple of years. I don't know. But over here, how to find birth records, marriage records, how lay out your plan. Here, and then over here, it tells you all type of records. So if you want adoption records, I don't think early before 1900, finding recent, I don't think, yeah, the adoption, I don't think North Carolina is an open understanding, will research, you know, I always look at that. I know if you want it in Oregon or Washington State, that's really fun because you can get them now. They're an open state adoption. Correctional Institute, those are fun. Here again for North Carolina, you're going to want to look in the colonial records because that's the time period you're on. School records, taxation, vital records, you can click and see here. Come on. What introduction? Here, okay, earliest birth record is 1659, but statewide didn't start till 1913. And like every state, not everyone played there until 1920. So again, you're looking for that one vital record. Now, let me show you the fun button. I love it. I love it. All right, wait, background, local resources, culture groups. Oh, let's quickly talk. Native American is a big one in North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee. African American is further south. Swedish Americans, who came in? A lot of the Swedish, that surprises me that's there. I would go back and read that. If you want background information, not understanding. But look at this blue button. I love it. It says North Carolina Online Genealogy Records. It is on every page. And what it does is it connects us with our partners. Ancestry, Find My Past, Family Search. If you are a member of the church, you have these free, and can go look. If not, go on into your Family History Center and they'll show you how to do it because it is all free there. My Heritage, Find My Past. So it tells you North Carolina birth records. Here's the index. Oh, you know what? That's what I'm looking for. Indexed only, also at Ancestry. Come on. And this is under search and wiki. It's at the bottom. And let's see. There we are. See, and already we've come up with one.
Yeah.
So this is, it's so much fun. And here, and then here's our marriages, and you can click on any of these and go look at them. North Carolina index only, it will tell you North Carolina at Ancestry. And please, so I can go click on it. Come on. We did this earlier, remember? I have my computer went into the All Better store. So they gave me a loaner. Yeah, see, so it brought you up. And then here is the counties that you can do it in. Let's see, just for fun. AUMAN. You have me curious now in your family.
Thank you.
So here's in 2003, that family really stayed there. Here's, all right, so we can go back and add 268 by that name. So looks like they're all fairly new. What do we click on? Marriage index. So you can put the date in when you're doing this, but it's kind of fun to go back through and see if someone who's there now, All right.
Can
Boy,
you,
Samuel's got
at the top of the column, can you sort by that date, maybe? Like
Yeah.
marriage date? No?
Yes, you can. Or above all, you could tell the computer to do it. Hold on. You can do it my way. Thank you. AUMAN, and then 19, or it was 17. Let's just do 1780.
Yeah.
In North Carolina.
Yeah.
Now, if this does it right, and I'm signed in, yes. Remember when you jump back and forth, always check to make sure you're signed in. If you're having trouble. Come on.
Henry. But that's not the right name.
Yeah.
I mean, the spouse.
And then no date, but here now we got 1860, 1855, But again, now let me tell you something, Jenny. Henry, I would, just because I'm me, I would pull it up and then I would either clip, snippet, or write that information down. And then in Ancestry, it gives you these others. And Find a Grave is one of my favorite, but I don't want to get off on a rabbit hole because this is really important. Deaths, now we're back. Burials at Family Search, index only. Hey, right now I'll take anything. Death indexes. Here's death certificate, again at Ancestry. So what I would think is why we have only this is Ancestry went out and got the records. And then see all the information you can add here. From 1909. So let's put in death 1910. The church was then asked to do the indexing for them. That's why we only have the indexes where they have all 1911, see? And you can view the record. And then here is the death certificate. Oh, I bet the only one I found. All right, October 35th. Oh, it was a stillborn.
Oh.
You guys know, wait a minute, you know, if back before, this one would be all right, but if you find before about 1900, if it says the baby was born dead or stillborn, you mark it in your pages as living, because before 1900, the baby could have lived an hour or 2 hours or 3 days before it died, and they only just put stillborn. It could have lived 10 minutes. And the rule is if it took a breath, then it's alive. We don't know. So go ahead and have it sealed to its parents and let them work it out on the other side. But that absolutely blew my mind when I found that one out. Okay. So if it's before 1900, you can always pray and ask too. All right, because that's really important to remember. Because a lot of times they'll say, oh, well, the baby, you know, we knew it wasn't going to live, so we didn't name it, and we'll just do that. Divorce records, they still, now you get in to the different American Online Genealogy. That is a good place. There's archives and libraries. That's interesting. Here's biographies. Cemetery, we won't go there. Well, cemetery, find a grave, everything is great, because even DAR and SAR, as long as it has a copy of the headstone, they are now accepting that as the death. So remember that. Census records, church records, at Family Search, index, and images. So let's go see what they may have had. Maybe. Oh, we're almost at it. I love doing this, as you can tell. So,
Chris, can I make a comment? This is Virginia.
yes, sure.
Don't forget about the lost state of Franklin. I noticed on one of the wiki pages it said it had it there. There were counties in Tennessee and in North Carolina that were made up the state of Franklin, and that state was in for 7 years. And so those records, some that went, the counties that went to Tennessee or the counties that went to Carolina, you need to figure that out, because if you had any of those in that state for 7 years, then you may, in other words, if they were in North Carolina, you might find the records in Tennessee. or vice versa, depending on which counties went to which state when they finally made the North Carolina and Tennessee borders.
Bingo. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Totally forgot about playing there. And that's something to remember. Always think about where you're at and history, and that's, I used history, immigration records, voting records. Look here, see, remember the men voted. Indexing, yeah, the US Native American Online. Taxes are great for vital records, index and images at Ancestry. North Carolina will, oh, I love will. Don't try and, if you are not a night person, don't try and read the will at night. If you're a morning person, not a morning person, don't try and read it then. That will make no sense to you. So always read it 3 and 4 and go ahead and come out estate files. Oh, these are so much fun. Come on, we'll do one more just. Oh, thank you very much. Huh. William, 1892, North Carolina. Do we have a Henry? But he was up in Indiana. So I would be doing the same thing for Indiana, you know, going in and playing on here. All right, here. Oh, good. I lost you, so I can't see you. View record. Well, of course we want to. And you just click on it and it should open. Thank you. And I'll show you. All right, give me the next one. And this is a copy of the real will. And it's got 10 pages. So, settlement of the estate of Jacob deceased, made in probate court of Randolph County by George. Okay, who's George? You know, so you want, they're the executive, of course. So you want to go through and look at those and see, you know, there's so much information in the vital records. So don't always assume that you are going to find what you need in vital records. Think what's going on. If they died in the military, there's a different set of records. So keep all that. Maps, that's where you'll use those a lot. Atlas of historical boundaries. And here, North Carolina and Tennessee early land records. I love land records. They are an absolute blast. And that's how we proved in Virginia, my Johnson line. There's no Johnsons in Virginia. We went in and plotted out and found all the Johnsons. And then, well, this property next to it was a Robert Johnson. And clear down here was another Johnson of a John Johnson. Well, Robert wasn't part of this, and we were able to go through by looking at the land records and proving of who belonged there. Do we have any questions? Use the Wikipedia on Family Search.
It's just a wiki.
Nowhere else has it. And you come to search And it's clear down here at the bottom. They hide it. It's called
Okay.
Researching Wiki. And you will spend hours and hours, and it's fun, it's easy. You can use it, and if you screw up, you just hit the back key or start over again. You know, you go back to that. But every state, every country, when we just moved, our church, they closed our branch and we moved into a big ward. Well, there is a lot of Mexican research going on. So I went to Wiki immediately, started going through that.
Yeah.
Do we have any questions? Anything I can help?
Thank you. That was amazing.
Oh, you know what's been amazing this last hour? Thank you for spending it with me. I love it. It's been the best part of my day.
Mm.
Sister Johnson, let me figure this out and, oh, stop sharing. And I will send it back to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. I loved it and it was fun. And Jenny, I didn't waste your time, right?
No. No.
Oh, good. Good,
No,
good, good. That
blew me
worries me
away.
big time. Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.